Hi everyone, I am excited to share with you a lovely gift that I have been sent. Tanya sent me this gift and she said it's not available on Amazon, so she sent it to me and it has arrived today. Now these pencils, I've not heard of the brand. It's Yover premium coloured pencils, 180, 3.8mm pencil core. It says expert soft touch artist premium quality, rich and vibrant colours, soft smooth lead, non-toxic. All lovely. The only slightly confusing thing, it came really well wrapped. So it had a padded plastic bag, a box which was confusing. It had Kalour written on it, K-A-L-O-U-R. Now they make a 180 pencil set as well, and I'm wondering whether these are theirs under a different branding, but I'm not sure. I would have no idea. Then there was another bag, and then there are these which are wrapped in cellophane. So I'm going to take off the cellophane. I unboxed the rest of it, but I thought I would wait and do the cellophane with you, because otherwise I would have just been tempted to open the box. Now I'm going to try and take it off without putting the box down. Actually, I'll just turn my light out because it's shining and reflecting, and we'll get into here and have a look. I have brought a book through to colour. I'm not going to swatch them all on camera, but we'll have a go at colouring with some of them. So as you can see, it's a tin. It's just very nicely packaged. I think if I put the light back on, it's a matte finish on the tin, so it won't shine off too much. There we go. So it's quite a thick tin. You can see we've got quite a lot of layers. Just going to carefully turn it over. So on the back we've got pretty much 180 unique vibrant colours, no duplicate, that's good. Idea for precision colouring and filling, blah blah blah, break resistant, smooth colour, light, unsurpassably light, fast, acid free, vast colour range. And it's got their address actually, Yover stationery, made in China. So there we go. As she said to me, they're not available on Amazon, so but I will try and find where she bought them from. And there was a card which I left. I'm trying to get the lid off. There we go, it's coming. There's a card which I left next door. There we go. Oh, the lid comes right off. Okay, so let's have a look. So here we have the colour list. So it's just numbers and all the different colours. I don't find these very useful, to be honest, but it does say 168 regular colours and 12 metallic colours, so that's quite nice. I do, as you know, I like metallic. It makes a funny noise, this lid. Anyway, I'm being silly. So we have a little protective piece. Get those in castle tins, don't we? So let's have a quick look at just the range. I am going to try some of them out. Let's grab the first one out, so let's have a look. So it does say they're quite thick. They are. It's got a name, Carmine Red, as well as a number. And that's it. That's all there's on there. There's no brand name, nothing. That's interesting. This end is slightly chipped, but that's okay. So we've got various, they've all got different names. So we'll go through our reds. We've got some oranges, some yellows and some greens on this one. And it's this sort of pull-out plastic, very much like the Arteza. And then we've got more greens, yellows and sort of peaches and pinks and more reds. I'm not very happy about the order. I never am I? So here we have some nice purpley violets and blues and more blues. What colour is that? That's really dark. And there's a deep purple there. Why would you start and end with purple? Oh, more greens. No, this is a very odd order. I will have to do a complete rearrange. And I'll probably swatch them out in my swatch book, just because there are so many, or maybe on a piece of paper that I might keep with it, because I think having a swatch chart for so many might be useful. So we've got more purples and pinks and reds. Wow. And then we have another layer. These might be our metallics, actually. I'm not sure. That's bronze, metallic orange. Oh yeah, we've got some metallics down here. black, dark grey. That's metallic orange, that's bistre. So I'm not sure that the metallics are next to each other, which is metallic ochre, but it looks pink. Metallic pink, metallic violet. Not sure. Anyway, what we're going to do, I think that's the last one. Oh no, there's another one. Oh, here we have the greys. Oh, that one's out of place. That's probably just where I knocked it then. So we have greys. I'm going to actually grab that one out. It's in the right in the bottom, but I think, oops, I want to get it out. There we go. That one's looks been knocked and the lead's come out, but that's okay. The lead is here in the box, but that's fine. I mean, it has come from abroad, so to just get one casualty, I think that's pretty good going. We're not going to judge based on that. So there's the empty box. The reason I'm keeping them out of the box is because it's quite deep, and I think it might be easier to try and use them outside of the box. So I'm just going to spread them around me a little bit, so that, and I've got a book here. I thought we would use a Mandalas book just because it's quite, you can do it a little bit randomly. We can try out some of the colours. I just grabbed some paper to put behind the page. There we go. Oh, it's quite a spiky design of mandala is my next one. That's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try, what should we try? We could try, let's put a metallic one in the middle. I'm really interested in this colour. It's just occurred to me. It's called metallic ochre, but to me it looks pink or red. I'm going to try it. Let's come in a bit closer so you can see. And let's, I'm not going to sharpen it, I don't think. Perhaps I should really, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to spread my pencils around a little bit more. And we'll try sharpening one in a minute as well. But I'm going to use this with its square end, just because I want to get on and try it. So to me that's not ochre, that's pink. I thought it looked pink. I'm not sure about the name, but yeah, it's okay, it doesn't matter. I like the fact they've all got names, but that to me, now it's going down quite thick and soft. I'm trying to, you know, put it down quite thick layer. And if I turn it, you can see that it is shiny. So there's a metallic one, so that's fun. Now let's try, this is the metallic pink. Let's try that. Sorry, it's a bit close to the camera. That is definitely, I wondered if it will be the same colour and whether there'd been a name misprint, but no, there's the metallic pink. That's definitely a lighter colour. I'm going to try and find a metallic purple. The metallic ones aren't all together, which isn't how I would want to set it up, but let's have a look. Is it there? Is there one? Have I could only find those couple of metallic ones. Where are the others on? There might not be one because there's only 12 metallics. That bronze might be one. There's a metallic orange I've just found. Metallic ochre, metallic pink. Oh, metallic violet's right next to the pink. Oh dear. Let's do that one. Metallic violet. I will try some of the plain ones in a minute. Now from metallic colour I tend to just splodge it on. They're very vibrant, absolutely, even the metallic colours, which is quite interesting. Often metallic colours can be a little bit dull. That violet's definitely not. I'm going to try and find a metallic blue just to do that edge. Where are all the blues? Oh, there's some blues over here. Sapphire blue, greenish blue, purplish blue, denim blue. I can't seem to find any more metallics at the minute. I'm sure that, oh, there it is. It just jumped out at me. Metallic blue. We'll use that for the line, and then we'll do something. We'll try some of the regular colours, because obviously metallics work quite differently. And I'm just sort of putting them on quite thickly. But what I will do is separate out the metallics, because I don't tend to use them together with the regular colours. Right, let's try some more regular colours. So we've got pinks and purples here, so let's use some of the pinks and purples. Let's see, we've got a dark purple. Let's start with that. So here we have dark purple, and I'm going to do this square here, and what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put it on quite deeply to start with. I'm going to try and fade it a bit so we can see what sort of different colours we can get out of it. So look, we can fade it down light to dark. That's a very pretty colour, I have to say, which I'm quite, yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's do that here as well. So I'm going to sharpen one, as I say, in a minute, and see. I'm going to sharpen the one that broke, and we'll see whether it sharpens well. It's always a bit of a test, isn't it? But this is the purple, one of the purples of many. There's a mineral, there's an orchid purple. I might use that one next because it looks more of a pinky purple shade. And I use that here. Yeah, look at that. And we can fade it down a bit. Now this is UK Amazon paper. It's fairly good actually, the paper generally. So I think these are quite a good test. We need to test a blend in a bit. I like to try and blend them and see whether that works. I might not try it in the book, but we'll keep going with this bit. I'm being a bit quick and impatient, I have to say. Let's just darken those bits a bit, and I'm going to try and find a lighter pink to do the other segment. Got what's called greyish pink, but I think we'll go for this. Looks quite neon actually, the pastel pink. We'll try that. Why not? I don't think I'd say that was pastel, but it doesn't matter. That's why I will probably put together a swatch chart for them so that I can I know what I'm getting. With so many, like with my polychromos for example, I would never need to refer to a swatch chart because I know exactly what each colour looks like and what to expect from it. But with something new and with so many, it would take me so long to you know, work out what's what. I think I'll make a chart, but I'll order them first and then make a chart, and then I will, there we go, I might put it on my Ko-fi shop. Now let's try a blend. I've got a scrap piece of paper here, or is there actually, hang on, there's a colour test page here. Let's use this. Why not? That's what it's for. There we go. I just put this paper behind. Now what should we try? Let's try something reasonably easy to start with. Let's go from pink to purple. So we use these two colours we've used already. This is the pastel pink and the dark purple. So actually we are going from light to dark, so it's a little tricky. And so I'm going to start with pink in this corner, like that, layering it up really thick, and then fading it down towards the centre, like that. And then we'll grab the dark purple and do the opposite. So really dark here. I still haven't sharpened these. Now I know some people like to sharpen them because they feel like the outsides of the pencils get a little bit affected by the processing and get dirty or some sort of layer on them, but I don't mind too much. I'm not going to put too much more purple down because this is lighter, so it could obscure all the pink if we're not careful. Let's layer it on. Now I'm trying to work out whether these pencils are going to just layer like a polychromo, or whether we can actually move the pigment around like with a Prismacolor. Let's have a go. My telephone is ringing. I'm going to get one of the children to get it. It's from me. I'm going to go. Okay, right, I am back. Right, I was just trying to blend these, wasn't I? Now this isn't the best paper, to be honest. It's quite nice, but it's not the most high quality colouring book paper, but I think it's definitely doing a little bit of mixing. What I'm going to do is grab a blending pencil. I've got a Prismacolor one here, which is usually quite good. I'm just gonna, now what I've noticed is the pigment isn't moving around. Like when you do it with when you blend a Prisma, you can actually see the pigment moving on the page. Actually I can a little bit, but really this is just burnishing it down. But there we go. Now I'm going to try a yellow and a red, see if we can make an orange. I'm just looking at the yellows. There aren't many yellows, which is quite interesting because like some of my sets have got loads of yellows. I'm going to pick I think the light orange yellow. Let's try that. And let's find a red. Let's use a scarlet. Let's try that. It's a little bit pinky, but we'll see how we go. So here's our scarlet. It is a bit pinky, and we might struggle to make an orange, but we'll see what happens. Whoops. I'm doing it a little bit roughly because I find it blending with yellows quite difficult. So we'll see what happens. This is quite a brownish yellow, which is already going to take us towards orange. But blending it with red, I think it could be a bit tricky. Let's see how it goes. Now I find it's better to slowly build up layers of colour, not try and push it all down at once. It doesn't make for a good blend. So I'm just going to go back and forth between the pencils and see how well they sort of mix. It just takes a bit of patience often to get them working together, and when you've got a big gap between colours like I have here, it takes a bit more time. As I say, this is quite a pinky red, so it's not going to give like an orange, like a really bright orange, but it's definitely giving us a different shade. It's almost a sort of pinky colour though. But if we find a more orangey red, I think that would work better. Let's see what we've got. What's that? A light brownish red, that might be better. We'll do a smaller area rather than the whole square. I think this is still a bit pink, to be honest. It's going to probably go more brown than orange, but you can see going a little bit. Yeah, little bit. But they do mix up quite nicely, I have to say, after a few layers. There we go. Again, it's still too pink, but that's okay. We do have quite a few other reds to play with. Right, that's that. Now I'm going to sharpen a pencil. Let's come out a little bit so you can see. Now which one broke? There it is. This was the, here's our broken pencil. It's called Earth Tone. I'm just going to use this very full, I'm not going to use a full sharpener, it's not a good test. I'm just going to empty my sharpener into another sharpener a little bit so it's not completely stuffed full. There we go. What a mess I'm making. It's lucky you can't see. So I've got this sharpener. Dear mess. So this is a Staedtler Norris Club sharpener. I find it works well for most pencils, so we'll just give it a test. It's wobbly. It might be just because this one is broken. And also, often with a first sharpen, I've been told that it's good to use a hand crank sharpener. There we go. Got a sharp point. There we go. Oh, it's quite a nice colour. It's a really strange colour. Like a goldy brown ochre. There we go. So it's sharpened. It took a couple of attempts, but I think, you know, it was broken in the box. Yes, that does happen. I've had that happen with many sets, with Black Widows. I've had it happen with, yeah, I can't think of any others, but yeah, I've had it happen with Black Widows. So yeah, it just happens, but it's just one, which is good. I know people who've received a box where everyone's been broken. Not these. I mean, a set of Prismacolor and everyone was broken. How disappointing. Right, so that's that. So I find it difficult to do a proper review without having tried them out a lot. I'm going to, as I say, put together a swatch sheet so that I'm going to put them in colour order. Then I'm going to put together a swatch sheet so that I can swatch them out. And what I will do is when I've done that, I will put it on my Ko-fi shop so that you can download it if you want to, if you've got them and want to swatch them. I do a blank one and I do a swatched one so you can have a look. You can look at them and see what sort of colour range there is, because it's really hard to tell when they're all mixed up. So we've got greys, we've got browns, we've got metallics, we've got blues and greens, pinks, purples, we've got a very small amount of oranges and reds, so it's interesting. I want to sort of move them around and just see what we've got going on, really. So I'm going to do that. And there's things like dark grey. So this one here, this is called dark grey, but this end here is brown, like burgundy. So I'm wondering, but that to me looks quite sepia, like almost a brownish grey. Not, and look in the you can see where this is leaking a bit of red, where it's not just black, it's got red in it, pinkish pigments leaking into the wood. That happens on all browns, by the way, it's not typical of this. So that's interesting. So yes, as I say, I will swatch them, I will order them, and I will produce a sheet so that you can see. And what would be interesting, if anyone has got a Calor brand of pencil and they've got 180, to see whether they're the same or not. Let me know in the comments. Let us all know in the comments if you have them and if they're the same or not, because I'm interested. But until you see all the names and the sheet, you might not know. But just the fact they came in a Calor box confused me a little bit. But that's my sort of brief start. I think I'm going to do, I've got a series planned, and I think I might use these. I may not, because that's, it's going to start before this video comes out. I will use them in a bit more to show you, but I'm actually really pleased with those blends, looking at them now, at how nicely they've worked. I mean, obviously blending takes practice and everything, but I think they've come together really well. It's not completely seamless, but it's a nice transition of colour, I think, so that's good. Yeah, I can't report on breakages. Obviously you saw I sharpened one, it broke, but you know, it was okay. I'm going to test the white. Whites can be really rubbish. Let's have a go. And what I'm going to do is put it on top. Yeah, it slightly fades what's there already. That's really impressive. Some brands, they don't work on top of other colours, but look at that. It's going down on top and fading that colour. You could even use this as a blender. Let's try it here. I mean, it will change the colour as white pencils do, but yeah. So yeah, I'm impressed with that. It's really dirty now, but but yeah, I'm impressed with the white. So that's good. I'm not easily impressed with white. And I like the metallics, which again isn't always easy. I've just found another metallic. This is a metallic silver. Oh, that's so shiny. I don't know if you can see. But that silvers are usually the shiniest of the metallics. Look at that. Shiny, shiny. And I'm quite interested in whether the metallics actually blend. Let's have a quick look. So we've got what was called the metallic ochre. Let's just fade that down a bit. Now, you will see in here there are bits of grey. I've been told that to make a pencil metallic, you have to add bits of grey sort of elements in. And that's why they go a bit grey, so it looks a little bit odd. And it's just on that blend line where it's gone grey. I think that's working, but they've got this whole grey area here. Yeah, as I say, metallic's a bit tricky. Hang on, let's try and blend this into silver. That's not bad, is it? Considering I'm only doing it quick. Yes, very interesting. So yes, I'm looking forward to certainly playing with these more, having a big range of colour. It can be a little bit daunting, but for me it's rather exciting. But if I'm daunted by having too many colours, I don't use a big set. Some days I want lots of colours and some days I don't. So I'm going to go away and play and, as I say, put together some sort of sheet to help with the order, because the order's just balmy. I never like the order, I'm such a fussy one. And see, but thank you again to the lovely Tanya who sent me these. They are very exciting, they look a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to using them a bit more. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a super day and happy colouring.